we begin. It is in the third year of Priorial, but we would know it better as June of 1794. The sun is high in the streets of Paris as a two-wheeled cart travels down the road. It has high wooden sides and the rumbling through the streets. It's drawn by a tired old horse. Men and women stand in the back of the cart. Some are downcast, some are weeping. But one man stands up, his head held high, his back is to us. We cannot see his face. The cart passes along a street lined with crowds. They jeer at the occupants of the cart, laughing and making gestures by drawing their fingers sharply across their necks. But not everyone mocks the cart. A middle-aged woman with two young girls, aged about 7 or 8, pushes forward and looks anxiously at the cart, hugging the girls tight to her sides. There's a broken old man who shakes his head as the cart goes by, while a dog with one black ear runs after the cart, barking. A soldier curses and aims a kick. The dog howls and runs off. A young woman with close cropped hair, blonde, stands by the road, silent. Her face is heavy with grief. A bearded man, his face lined with worry, leans on his crutch and yells a name in anguish. He cannot be heard over the jeers of the crowd. And a young man, his face is old beyond his years, looks at the cart with an air of resignation and turns away. The cart continues, trembling along as the soldiers clear the way and keep the crowd at bay. Finally, the cart rolls into a large square. In the center of the square stands Madame Guillotine in all of its glory, the blade shining against the sun as it peers through the clouds. The crowds throng around it. The cart reaches the base of the guillotine. The man, whose face we still do not see, steps out first, his head held high. We see his broad back as he ascends the steps of the guillotine. "Any last words, monsieur?" The man says nothing. "So be it." The executioner steps forward to push him down, but the man kneels of his own volition. There's barely any resistance. We hear the clack, 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 clack of the women seated below the guillotine. They're knitting. Their eyes are fixed on the platform. As the head is put into the stocks, the blade is being raised upward as the wench of the ropes are pulled, and as it reaches the top, a shining length of bright, sharp steel, the light glints off of a small pattern on the blade. There are concentric circles. The crowd holds its collective breath, and just for a brief moment, time stands still. Well, and now we go back in time to when this all began, in the June of 1789. The catacombs of Paris, right outside in the middle of the night. 6 soldiers are standing watch as men are pushing carts filled with bone. There are so many bones. A recent outbreak of tuberculosis has plagued the land recently. And unfortunately, as a result, the graveyards have been getting full, so bodies are being shifted to the old limestone mines. At conducting this and leading everybody is Dr. Lucien Rigaud. He is the court physician at Versailles. He is basically directing everybody and going, skulls to the left, regular bones to the right, please. Keep moving, keep moving. I do not have all day. He's very profuse with sweat. He's anxious. He's just trying to conduct everything. And meanwhile, Sergeant, you notice something.
Oui.
It trembles towards your feet. A piece of paper.
Match it up.
Yeah? Just gonna crumple that and throw it away? Yeah.
Have I heard of this before?
You've been aware of this sort of revolutionary conversation. People know what the Third Estate is, of course. The Estates General, I think, just assembled not that long ago. But it is...
Does everyone in the group know what the Third Estate is?
I think some would know, but I'm not sure if the sergeant would be aware.
No, I mean, it's rather public knowledge in France at the time.
Oh yeah, it's rather public knowledge. I think everybody would know. It's a different question how much they care.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And as you're kind of inspecting this paper, like you're standing out front of there, making sure no commotions happen, that everything's fine. It's a night watch shift. It's kind of boring. That's when one of the carts filled with the bones it's filled to the brim with skulls, when eventually this cart, like this carriage, comes passing by at a breakneck speed, and it's heading straight for one of the carts. What do you do?
Can you describe the scene again, because I didn't read
You're outside of the catacombs, like at the entrance of the catacombs. A carriage is passing by at breakneck speeds through the streets, and it's heading for a head-on collision with one of the carts filled with bones.
Are people in the way?
One or two workmen.
So Sergeant Renault's going to sort of take a deep breath, fill his lungs, and then boom out a "Cart out of order! Get out of the way!"
Are you going to be doing intimidation, or is that a tactics thing? I'm kind of curious if you're asking for skill.
Tactics.
I think that'd be a tactics thing, yeah. Christophe, Joseph, Michel, Sergeants Pressi, I gotta get this right. Privates Pressi, Hugel, and Beaumains. You're free to take any action based off of that command.
Oh.
Nice. And you have advantage, because Sergeant Renault passed the tactics check.
So, where are we?
You're standing outside the catacombs right now, just kind of like standing guard, making sure nothing goes wrong. Everything's all right.
I just make sure that I'm safe.
You're gonna stand
I'm not
back
getting
and do
too
nothing.
involved.
Yeah. No offense, Joseph. You're not the strongest amongst the group.
Oh.
Michel, Christophe, anything you wish to do? Pressi?
Like, being the kind of man that he is, Christopher is probably gonna jump to maybe try and really hurt some people out of the way, like really.
Yeah. You're gonna herd people out of the way, and you're gonna make sure that cart can move as far as it can.
Yeah.
What would you like to do for that? Like, would you want to use a skill?
I don't know if I have a skill that would be specifically useful here.
I'm gonna say that because of the tactics check, I think you can just kind of do that, and you can guide a couple more people out of the way, especially since there's oncoming traffic as well that you can help prevent. And Michel, is there anything you're gonna do? as this carriage continues to come barreling down the roadway.
I feel like it'd be a real dumb move to try to just get it to stop, so I'm gonna do the same as Pressi.
Yeah. With the help of the sergeant's command, you're able to like escort people out of the way. People are fine. Unfortunately, though, the cart gets stuck in a cobblestone, and as a result, the carriage just barely misses this thing. But it does hit it enough that it knocks some of the bones and bodies out of it. And this is where, because they are not doing anything, Sergeant Renault and Private Hugel, can you please give me spot hidden checks?
You mean not doing anything? I'm giving orders.
I mean, like, not in the fray.
Yeah,
You're not in the fray. You're not going to associate yourself with that sort of thing.
I
Anyone
succeed.
have? Sergeant, you
Nope.
see a noble in the carriage. His eyes stare at you. There's this long, remembering gaze that he has. This is all you see of him. The carriage
I
rides
would
on without-
recognize that pretty mug everywhere.
Oh, yes, you would. But, Sergeant, this doesn't seem like a noble you've seen before.
Probably a visitor from America.
Probably one of those revolutionaries. They did just win their independence.
Exactly.
Well, after the cart spills over, there's now just like bones scattered all over the ground outside. The doctor wanders over and just goes, "Oh dear! Oh no! Somebody, please! We must get these all cleaned up. Oh, this is such a disgrace."
Indeed, Sergeant Private Hugel.
Yes, sir.
Due to your lack of response, I expect you have the energy to clean this up.
Of course, sir. Right away.
Joseph, luck check.
Oh no. Why is everything different?
It's
Nope.
fancy.
The question we all ask.
Why is it different?
Why is everything different?
Why is everything different?
That was a fail.
Constitution check then.
One day,
One day.
I'll finish this task. Oh,
Well, the good
Yeah.
news is you finished the task, and I'm just going to tell you right now, congratulations. You did not contract tuberculosis.
thank you. I very much enjoy life without it.
Enjoy life without consumption.
Well, you know, it's the blue blood disease. Surely
Yeah.
you want
Surely you want the consumption disease. All right, as you finish cleaning up the bones and putting the cart back up, and as they begin to wheel it down, eventually 3 workmen come from beneath the tunnels, and they say, "I'm sorry, Doctor. We cannot do this. We have to stop. We cannot keep relocating the bodies." Why not? We saw something down there. No, not doing it. No. The doctor sighs. Gentlemen, I don't suppose you'd be willing to check down there to make sure nothing is remiss. He's looking at you, soldiers.
It's not like anything's happening out here.
Thank you very much. Meanwhile, for the sake of keeping things easy, the other 2 soldiers will be just continuing to stand guard out front.
I was gonna suggest they will stay on watch.
Yes, they will stay on the watch, while the U4 go and descend into the catacombs. There we go.
I want Hugel.
Yes, sir.
You have the sharpest eyes. Scout ahead.
Will do.
You lead.
All right.
Can I make that a tactics roll to give?
Yeah, you can make that a tactics roll since you're employing a
advantage
scout.
on spot hidden.
Yeah,
Down here.
I'd say that would work. That's a good idea.
That is a success.
Nice. With that, Joseph, you're going to have advantage on your next spot hidden check.
So that means 2 rolls, right?
Yep. As you descend deeper into the cave. Ooh, that's a good first check. Let's see if you do any. Let's see if you do any better.
Oh no, that was my second already. It's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds wrong.
So I'll give you this.
So it's a hard success.
Hard success. Oh yeah, you can find this then. So the red route is would be the workers' trail. You have a vague idea of what the catacombs under Paris look like, but as you're walking down, you see that green tunnel there. See what I'm pointing at? Stars where you start. There's the green tunnel.
Okay.
And as you look down there, it's a thin, narrow passageway. Looks like it's so thin, like, and really obscured. You wouldn't think of it. But you look down there, and you just see 2 bright yellow eyes stare at you, and they blink.
Permission to speak, sir.
We?
I think I saw something in the tunnel there.
What did you think you saw?
Just some green lights. Might have been a torch, but none that I've seen.
Very well. Private Pressi.
Yes, sir.
Investigate said light.
Okay.
You inch your way through the tunnel. Now, Pressi, you're a bold and bombastic man, so you're told that there's something being in the tunnel. How would you go about this?
Well, it's probably just a rat or something equally mundane, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna not make a really good show of this. So I'm, of course, gonna march down that tunnel with purpose and determination.
This tunnel is surprisingly steep, is the thing. Like, it can go down at points. And as you descend deeper down the tunnel, you just hear this very garbled French. Very garbled. Can you give me a French check? That would be language own.
Uh-huh. Pass?
At what level?
Normal, 3 points away from hard pass.
3 points away from hard pass. It's still hard to discern. Like, this is really garbled French, but you just kind of hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go further down, or do you turn back?
I'm gonna go further down. This is starting to sound a little intriguing.
Spot hidden check.
Oh boy. Nope.
Do you push? But if you do so, you risk physical injury by tripping over some rocks down here.
Fuck yeah, I push. I'm headstrong and dumb. Ah, there we go. Hard pass.
And that's when you see it. The creature. It's somewhere dog-like. It's got bone decorating its skin. Its hair is thinning. It's part man, part human. Its teeth sharp as it growls. And it just hisses and woofs. And just this partial creature. You're not even sure what this is. Sanity check.
Where is my sanity on this thing? Ah,
It's on the sidebar.
I rescind my earlier statement. We have found the American.
We have found the American. We did it. No sanity loss. You're good.
I'm good. I'm bold. Just a very ugly man.
This creature just says in very French, and unfortunately, like the only actor I could see portraying this thing is Peter Lorre. And my skulls are not what they seem. And he runs away. You can fire a shot at him if you want. You got
Yeah.
your gun.
I'm going to fire a shot.
Yeah. What's your dex?
Let me see. My dex is a 70.
That's fast enough. Yep. Go take the shot. You're first in the initiative.
Okay. And my firearms are real good, so this should go well. That?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What am I using? Musket or a pistol?
You're using your musket. I don't.
Oh,
think
good,
you have a
because
pistol.
that's an extreme success. I have a pistol, apparently.
I think I'm gonna double check your character sheet, but yeah, I think. I don't think you do, but I'll double check.
I don't. I have the skill for it.
You
Hold
have
on.
the skill for it, but you don't have it at the
These
bottom
are
of the sheet.
new sheets. I don't like the layout much. It's confusing.
Yeah, I just wanted it because it was aesthetically pleasing.
It's very aesthetically pleasing, but I'm not used to it, and therefore I dislike it.
Yeah, you only have a musket.
I think this one
That's
is much
fine.
better.
But it's an extreme success anyway, so I don't mind too much.
Yeah, max damage of 14.
Whoa!
The creature is clipped, like, oh dear god, like you've really like ripped a tendon and it's kind of injured, but it limps off anyway as fast as it can, and you think you even see it burrow under the ground. It escapes.
I suppose we
Yeah.
hear the gun.
Yeah, everyone hears the gun echo through the catacombs.
Private Beaumains, you lead. Go after him. Me and Private Hugel will make up the rear.
Yes, sir.
Private Beaumains, you are walking down down the caves. You find the corridor. You slide down there, and Christopher, describe yourself. Like, how was your composure after this scene?
I'd say more kind of surprised than unsettled. And more than anything else, frustrated that the thing got away before I could bring it down or get a proper look at it.
Now, Michael, you're already Sergeant Private Bowman. You are currently. I don't think this was a detail we got across to the rest of them, but you are like 6 foot. You're like 6'5". You're as tall as Zach, if that means anything to people.
Oh wow!
Like, you are really tall, and this cave is really cramped.
Okay.
So, as you're in there, you're just kind of seeing your comrade, kind of trying to keep composure. Zach, I don't know how tall you are relative to the London Tube, but now I know. Stop making fun of me. I'm kidding.
Pressi, are you all right?
Of course.
What was the shot for?
I caught sight of something terribly ugly, but it got away. I wounded it though, so it might not have gone far.
Right, was it a person? A wolf?
Not a person, not a wolf. It was big, man-like, but not a man. Hairy, and it was talking. Kind of. It didn't. His voice sounded wrong. Couldn't make out very much. It definitely said skull.
The only thing it clearly said, the skulls are not what they seem.
The skulls are not what they seem. That's all it said in this sort of choked, nasty sounding voice. Went that way.
Sergeant Renault and Private Hugel, you eventually arrive on the scene. You receive the information that that Christophe is able to give. Yeah, it's like a soft crackling sound.
Yep.
Oh, that shouldn't be happening. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna disconnect, unplug some stuff, plug it back in. Hold on.
I'll wait for you to do that before I start.
Yeah. Now I'll just cut this. So, how was that intro, everyone? I didn't get an ask.
Oh, it was real nice.
Good. You got the timing. Yeah.
Just had to really nail that, and then it's silence. At the time, I did it. I could probably fix it in post, and that guillotine sound effect never triggered, but hey.
Yeah.
I did hear you pressing the buttons, being like, come on then, go.
Do the thing, go on.
And then I kept my cool, and I'm just like, I'll just continue anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am an actor. I can do this. Composure, Nash.
I hope Renault accent isn't too annoying. I just started it, and now I'm going.
Nah, just wait. I haven't broken out the ridiculous French accents yet for some of the characters. I'm saving
good.
those for
we can
ones
compete.
Yeah. I'm saving the British ones only for characters that I think are you need to keep talking to this person. The French ones are for you don't need this person for that long.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Echo.
Hello?
There we go.
I cannot hear any
Much
crap.
better.
That's better.
That's weird. It must have just been loose. I'm sorry.
It's probably fine.
Oh, no problem.
So, yeah, you're all in this little very tight cave. You point in the direction where the creature ran off to, and you're wondering...
I have received the report, right?
Yeah, and you've received the report.
Private Pressi.
Yes, sir?
Have you been spending time with Private Dupont again?
No, sir. Not at all.
So you are quite certain you saw what you think you saw?
Quite certain, sir. I wouldn't have wasted a bullet on it if I hadn't.
Sergeant Renault will sort of sigh. Very well. It is likely some sick fuck hanging out down here. Let's see if we can find them.
Definitely very, very sick, sir.
Everybody kind of propose what skill you're using, and we can make a bunch of checks to find out what's going on there. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Christopher. I feel bad. If you want to continue
I was just talking nonsense. Carry on.
No.
It's fine. Carry on.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So yeah, if people want to propose what skill they want to do while searching the catacombs below.
I just want to look for some tracks or...
Yeah, no, go with the tactics. You're just bossing people around to do things. One of them gets advantage on a check if they fail it.
Oh, wow.
Is that extreme?
That's extreme.
Two of them do. All right. So just what do you want to use?
I'm just using my spot hidden again. Looking around.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pass.
Nice. Let's see. I'll give you the information in a second. I want to see what everyone else does.
Listen
Yeah?
for the creepy speech.
All right. Yeah, give me a listen check.
Pass. Just a
Mhm.
regular pass.
And Beaumains?
Can I use track?
Yeah, track would make perfect sense for this.
Pretty much sounds like the ideal skill, I'd say.
Yeah.
And
Well, this is certainly.
I'm going to spend 1 point of luck so that can pass.
Well, I mean, you
hang
have
on.
a reroll, so
Oh.
use that first.
The sergeant gave you a
Okay.
reroll, so.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Yes. More of that, please.
Oh,
Since I
Okay,
got
now
2, can I just give Michael the other one as well?
Yeah, give double.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
ooh,
One more.
double. Okay.
Extreme success on a tactics check grants double the advantage.
Okay, that's going to pass.
There we go. So, using your combined efforts and skills, the four of you form sort of an elite tracking team, and eventually you go sort of meandering your way around. You follow a bunch of work lanterns, and you go down some off caves. You follow like the walls of bones, and you find like more of these like dug tunnels. Like they seem to be dug by hand. Eventually, as you keep digging, following around, you eventually are able to kind of track down a trail, which eventually leads you past all the bones, through the skull portion, and then takes you all the way, back up to the streets of Paris in a secret side entrance.
We are gonna have to report this so that they can collapse it.
Indeed.
Where does
here.
it exit out of?
So, where you started where the green star is. You followed all those green tunnels. You kind of went around in a giant circle. The purple is the skull area, where all the skulls are stored. You go through that green cave, and then you follow it, and then you get to that blue star where the other exit is.
All right.
And
Didn't
it's
you say the thing said something about skulls, Private Pressi?
It did indeed. The skulls are not what they seem, sir. Whatever that means.
Oui. Continue, Nash.
Since you're back up at the surface, you can go back to the entrance you first came in, or you can go back down the little burrow.
Well, before we report back, let's show we have covered all grounds. Let us give the skulls a look.
Yeah, you head back down. You go back to a well-lit area of there. There's some interesting patterns on some of the skulls. Like, some of them have, like, carved on their foreheads, like, an intricate circle pattern with, like, repeating circles in of themselves. And that's when Private Babin comes back with his, comes down the tunnels and follows you and goes, Sergeant Renault. He salutes.
Babin, report.
Sir, Captain Malone, he wishes to speak with you.
Oui, then Private Pressi, Private Hugel, give the skulls a glance, make sure nothing have been damaged or taken. Private Beaumains, with me. Let's turn to the captain.
I sir.
Right.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
And Beaumains with the sergeant, right? Yeah,
Yes.
I heard that right.
You did.
Babin follows you, is following along as well, making sure as well. And if I may, can you just make a psychology check, Sergeant? Just for
That
fun.
skill is so bad for me.
I know it's so bad, but you might pass or
No.
not. I don't know.
No.
Babin is not telling you something. I'm sure it'll become obvious later.
Well, I mean, none of my men tell me anything. They're supposed to listen, not talk.
Yeah. So, Hugel and Pressi, you are currently down here, looking at these skulls. Do you want to take a closer inspection at some of these piles?
Yeah.
Hey. That's what certain told us to do.
Yep. I'll ask. Yeah. So, like, the apparently obvious thing is that some of the skulls have concentric circles printed on their, like, graved into their foreheads, which is certainly bizarre. But if you want to closely inspect or maybe pick up one of them, you totally can.
Just to be sure, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sketch it out for the sergeant later.
Oh yeah, yeah. Joseph, you break out some pen and paper, some pencil and paper, and you start like kind of sketching the pattern. Pressi.
Can't you take a show called Robbing?
Oh yeah, even better. Yeah, you can totally do that. Pressi, do you have anything you want to do?
Well, he's looking at he's taking down the pattern of the skull.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see if there's anything kind of hidden in amongst the skulls, like anything that stands out aside from the ones that have carvings in them?
There is one with very faint yellow eyes.
The skull has eyes?
Like very faint glow of yellow.
Oh.
Well, what do you do?
That's certainly strange. I'm gonna pick it up.
Sandy check.
I knew it.
People who are very familiar with previous events or future events will know what I'm doing here.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, I'm stone cold. I'm very good at this.
The skull kind of laughs at you. As it laughs in French, and you just hear it whisper into your ears. Guillemets, vive la France, vive la muerte. Long live France, long live death. The skull drops out of your hand until it just becomes a normal skull again.
Okay.
That's your response? Okay.
Well, what would you say if the skull started talking to you? Exactly. Don't question me.
Sergeant Renault and Private Beaumains, you arrive at the top of at the entrance of the catacombs, and Captain Milan on the back of a horse goes, "Ah, Sergeant Private Beaumains,
Captain, salutes.
Your Private Dupois has been entertaining me with his stories. You see, Dupois is clearly not standing up straight perfectly." He salutes. Captain Milan just looks over. It's like, "I'm afraid you'll have to gather your whole squadron, Sergeant. We have a more pressing matter on our hands."
Very good. Bobbing, collect them.
Yes. And Babin just runs down.
While he does that, Wena is going to just report the secondary exit from the crypt so that it can be collapsed.
Ah, yes, we'll collapse that immediately. As soon as I can get the orders on a small platoon of experts with gunpowder to come in. I'm afraid that we might have the breakout of another riot on our hands if we don't deal with something very quickly.
Renault will sigh. Very well, Captain. We are ready as soon as Private Pressi and Private Hugel.
Excellent, Monsieur. They arrive from the bottom of the catacombs. Joseph, Pressi, Hugel, you have entered the scene. Ah, yes. In addition, Sergeant, I make one more request.
Oui.
There is a private. There will be a formal gathering at Versailles coming up in 2 days from hence. I would very much appreciate it if you could be there for guard duty.
Oui, of course.
Ah, yes, Monsieur. I will be escorting you. I will be accompanying you to your task.
The sergeant will simply salute and make ready to depart.
As you go marching through the streets of Paris, Beaumains, something grabs your attention. Make me a listen or a spot hidden check, whichever is higher.
Okay, that would be, I believe, spot hidden. So that is going to pass on hard.
Over yonder, you can see, down a couple of streets a few blocks away, you can see that there is a bakery and a crowd surrounding that bakery. This is a bread run. There is about to be probably a small riot is about to break out in front of that baker's shop. Being a friend to the revolution, though, I want to know, what will you do?
So am I to assume that we're supposed to be stopping the bread riot?
You probably would want to. But, one, it's the voice of the people kind of demanding to be heard amidst all the hunger in this country. What will you do? But that's the other thing. You're technically police. You need to put down these things before they get out. So, what matters more to you, the company or the revolution?
Right now, my dude does not want to get his head sliced. So he's gonna internally sad and guilty.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna do anything about it.
Not even gonna mention it. The crowd is gathered in front of that bakery. For now, the riot has not broken out yet. As far as the rest of the company knows, they haven't seen anything. You eventually arrive at a printing press, of all places. It has a small little shop sign that says the Tangway Printing Press out front. And just from the windows, you can see the blood and the bodies.
Captain, it looks like the riot has already happened here.
This is a murder. And unfortunately, I would very much prefer if you would make sure we find out who is responsible for this before people start accusing left and right. The public does not know yet.
Ah, so we are to investigate.
Yes, yes, Sergeant. I'm going to begin making sure nobody sees anything, but I can only hold them off with my men for so long. The morning is about to come, and they will see.
No, of course.
Good
We
luck,
shall do
Sergeant.
what we can.
Good luck, Sergeant. He salutes all of you, and he rides off on his horse. So, 4 of you have a murder scene to investigate.
But we're stuck in a white bloody mess now, aren't we?
Indeed.
Any of you have any experience investigating things like this? It's quite outside the purview of a soldier.
Can't say I do, sir.
No, sir, not me.
Neither I, sir.
Dupois just cynically goes, Captain Milan has just given us a task that I think he could give to nobody. He is clearly challenging us. Etienne Babin goes, I've worked in a printing press a little bit in my younger days. I could look around.
You take a look at the machinery and such then.
Yes. He walks in, he scuffs off his boots before he enters the shop.
The rest of you look for clues, but try not to move things around too much, I suppose.
Yeah. Anything you want to do before you quite enter? Nothing? You're going to
Was
go in?
it Beaumains? Aren't you experienced in fighting?
Yes, sir.
Seeing as there is blood in there, could you have a look about for footprints? Maybe the person responsible stepped in the blood and walked away from here, leaving footsteps.
Good thought there, sir. I'll write on it.
That is
All right.
why I am the sergeant.
All right, Beaumont. Give me what you got.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Despite the fact that you kind of forgot to scuff off your shoes before you entered and kind of tracked mud into the place, you're still able to figure out some footprints here. There are very nice riding boots that this person was in, following the blood from the 2 children and the man, the woman, the 2 sons, and the dog. Oh God, there's a dog. You begin to follow the tracks a little bit, and you notice that they kind of abruptly stop somewhere, so you think the guy maybe got into a carriage. But yeah, he had like these sort of like riding boots, it looked like. As Hugel and Pressi, as you enter, the bodies are the first thing that strike you, because this is like a murder you've never seen. It looks like the skin of the neck was just ripped off and just fully exposed.
Oh no.
Inside one of the, you notice that like in the there's a ball of paper inside one of the victims' mouths. The father.
All right, Sergeant. Permission to get this paper ball out of the mouth.
Private Hugel, permission granted.
Go for it.
Sergeant
for it.
Renault looks kind of relieved that Hugel volunteered themselves.
And well, Joseph, This is what you find.
Can I even read with the 20 in education?
With how much in education?
20.
Yeah, you can barely read.
Yes.
See, but like the words don't make sense to you.
It's very big letters.
Amazing.
Big letters, though. I think
I
you
love
read
it.
Know your place. Again, this is translated out of French into English for the sake of all of us. Let's see. Yeah, know your place, written in like just big words.
I just hand it over to the sergeant, I think.
Sergeant, you read it. It's the pamphlet from earlier. Well,
it's probably not the same pamphlet. This is probably another copy of pamphlet.
exactly.
I'm developing my deductive skills.
Yes.
Aye.
And in it,
Well, seeing as we're in a pointing press, maybe we could find these letters. Maybe they made this here.
And that's when Babin pipes up. Monsieur, Sergeant, we have a... forgive my bad manners, but you'd be shocked if you saw what I saw.
Then kindly describe it to me.
There's this... in this press, the ink is not ink. It's...
Would it be blood?
yes, a lot of it.
This would explain why the letters are red.
Christophe, can you make me a spot hidden check, please?
Yes, I can.
Tucked away underneath one of this kind of tossed recklessly to the side underneath like a machine, you catch the glimpse of a white lacy like sort of handkerchief.
Oh dear.
It's a woman's.
Yeah, immediately pick that up.
Initials M.A. Well, I can tell you this. Pressi, you don't really know anyone personally with the initials M.A., but I mean, there is always... Nah, that's too scandalous. You wouldn't even propose such an idea.
What is it? What's too scandalous?
Education check. Well, no, you would...
Certain famous noblewoman.
Such a famous nobleman.
Of this era.
No.
There's no way. That would be too scandalous.
That's ridiculous. There's bound to be lots of women with the first initial M and the second initial A.
But could afford such a lacy, like, embroidered... I don't know. In Paris at this time?
Gasp. Sergeant!
Private Pressi.
And kind of in lieu of a verbal explanation, because saying the wrong thing and incriminating the wrong person would be disrespectful to say the least, he just kind of quite sharply presents the handkerchief like, look at that.
The sergeant will take the handkerchief, give it a long look, then pockets it without showing anyone.
Oh. I see, sir. I see.
You
We
hear a scuffling.
better keep this quiet.
There's a scratching noise coming from within the house.
Private Hugel,
Yes, sir.
find out what that is.
Quite like.
Yes.
All right.
It's coming from the cabinet.
I'm sneaking my way over there.
Stealth check. I'm having fun with this.
Yeah. Pass.
Private Dupois enters into the room. What's going? Shh. And then, what do you do? Still making the scratching noise.
So, was inside the cupboard or something?
Yeah, it's
you said?
inside the cupboard.
I signal to the sergeant that I'm going to open the cupboard. And I do a little countdown. I can't even do numbers anymore in French, so 3,
yeah.
2,
Ah.
1.
You open the cupboard, and this dog jumps out. It tackles Dupois and just starts licking his face.
Oh,
Got this one black ear. Good dog, good dog. Yeah.
Oui. Good job, Pirate Hugel.
thank you, sir.
I guess this dog likes me. If you don't mind, Sergeant, I think I'll keep him. God knows he needs a family.
Aw.
You are free to.
Thank you, sir.
Was there anything in the cabinet with the dog?
Nah, just a cabinet filled with papers. Dog was kind of hiding in there, it looks like.
Is it just blank papers, or are there more
Blank
pamphlets?
papers. Unprinted pamphlets.
Well, unprinted pamphlets is just paper.
Yeah, it's just paper. They're the exact same size and dimension, is what I'm trying to imply.
All right.
Captain Milan comes riding back in. How is everything? I've held them back as long as they can, but daybreak has arrived, and I apologize, but there's not much really the men can do without making even more problems.
We, of course. Pirates, anything more you think we should have a look at before we report to the captain? Last moment.
I presume we already took a look at what they were printing right now.
It is the giant letters, "Know Your Place."
All right, just to be sure.
The press ran a couple of times, but it still has a lot of blood in there.
Well, it's not the most effective way to get the blood out of there, I think, but sure.
You gonna run the press?
I think that's a bit of a bad omen. No, thank you.
Nope, don't do it.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Pirates, Pressi, no.
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 Okay.
None.
Everyone is saying no. Oh, okay.
No,
Okay,
monsieur.
okay. I
Don't
won't.
do it.
I'm not gonna touch it. God.
Pirates, Pressi, you are a soldier, not a printer.
Understood.
What?
Understood, sir. I'm sorry.
Yes. Anything you wish to report to me?
We.
Yeah?
As
Yes,
you
Sergeant?
can see, the bodies are quite badly mangled.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, and we have detected no residue of gunpowder. So what sort of instrument could have done this, I am not sure, but it must have been delivered with high velocity. Secondly, whoever did this left this in, was it the owner of the printing press who had that shoved into their mouth?
Yeah, the owner of the press had it shoved in. Judging by the name, you can probably just safely say Mr. Tangway.
Mr. Tangwai had this shoved into her mouth, to his mouth, and the pointing press was set to these letters as well. Let's show that to him.
Know your place. I mean, I agree, but this is a bit brutal. Not really helping the cause.
Finally. And at this point, Sergeant Renault will sort of step in closer to the man. We found this. And he will sort of standing almost chest to chest now, hand a handkerchief over.
You notice his eyes retract. Mon Dieu. Meet me 1 hour before. Bring you and your men 1 hour before the party at Versailles. Do not be late. I will have more information for you.
You hear that, men? 1 hour before. Don't be late.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
You will have latrine duty for 1 month.
For now, as your captain, men, you are dismissed. You are free to take the next day off. Your service has been beyond the call of duty.
Salut.
Yep.
Sergeants, before we part ways, that's the one. Part ways. There's something I wanted to show you from the catacombs. A few of the skulls has this weird symbol etched on them, and I showed the thing I drew.
Concentric circles, interesting patterns, symmetrical, pointed.
Out of character, is it an elder sign?
It's not an elder sign, no.
That's fine. So
It's
remember,
very-
you posted that other example of an elder sign. It sounds similar to that.
I did, but that's not that. It's concentric circles, kind of like pulling into a bullseye. And there's like, kind of like a mandala pattern being made on it.
Oh, like multiple concentric circles on each skull?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Meta-textually wise, if you don't mind as players, it's the same pattern that's on the guillotine in the flash forward.
Fancy. I suppose it tells Sergeant Renault nothing.
Yeah, this means nothing to you.
No.
As players, you should be suspicious, but as Sergeant Renault, yeah, he's got no idea what this means.
I disappointed the
That
sergeant.
is very weird. Private Hugel. Yeah. I suppose we will have to keep our eyes open for this symbol in the future. For now, it is an idle curiosity, probably pertaining to.
On the subject of idle curiosities that probably pertain to nothing, sir.
I am technically off duty now, but go on.
Just something else that we found down there that might be of note or not, sir. One of the skulls spoke.
Dupois looks at you and goes, "Ahem. I'm sorry, is your sweet precious melody getting to your head again?"
Right, and with that,
No.
pirates, I would like for no one more to waste my time because I am going home to my wife. And
You go.
he'll spin on his heel and walk away.
Well, I tried.
All right, everybody, you have a day to spend in sort of downtime. If you kind of want to say what you're doing, if you go to your significant person and talk to them, you totally can. I'm free to roleplay those scenarios out. Anybody want to do anything in particular?
Well, Sergeant Renault is gonna spend time with his wife and daughters.
Yes, in your small house on the outskirts of Paris.
Indeed.
It's a lovely little evening. You get to see the kids as they're already kind of like, because like it was like you remember like when they were first born, and now here they are, and they're just like already beginning to like start learning the basics of French, because they're going to be like 8 or 9. So, like in the they were 8 or 9 in the flash forward. They're about 5 now.
All right.
And look at them. They're writing and learning things already. They grow up so fast.
Sergeant Renault is spending, or rather, Thierry is spending at least 1 hour having tea, having one of these sort of fake tea parties with his 2 daughters.
Oh.
Sitting on a little chair.
They draw you a picture at one point of you in your uniform with and it's like like mama, mommy, daddy, and us.
He sort of blinks a few times, eyes watering up, and just very pretty. One day you will be artist rivaling the greatest. I'm sure it. And he's going, when no one's looking, he's going to wipe a tear away, and he's going to put that picture in his breast pocket, the inside breast pocket.
No. So we can now actually, if we don't mind, Joseph, it's time we actually talk to Martine for a little bit. Your real name.
Ooh.
So Martine, you go to your home, and you are arriving to meet your
sister,
who is pretending to be your husband, who is pretending to be your wife.
It's confusing, I
Threes.
know.
Threes. But you're really meeting your sister, and she says, Martine, I have good news. I have a letter.
Is this from Joseph?
Yes. He's coming to Paris.
What? But all the way?
We've come up with a cover story that should work.
But what's this gonna do here?
He's wanting to partake in the revolution.
Oh.
If it means an independent Brittany.
Oh no, I'm very confused with what my character would think.
Your character is a Briton, and as a result really wants an independent Brittany. Like, according to the sheet I've given you, she's
yeah,
very much,
true. But also, no,
her husband is
I'm
coming
fighting.
to fight in the revolution.
But we can't both fight at the same time.
That's the thing. He's disguising himself as like my father.
Oh, that's a great solution.
Yes. He just misses you so much.
Oh, I can't wait to hold him in my arms again.
It'll be a few days.
Well, we had some blah blah blah.
Back when we had, before his leg was missing.
Yep. Nothing binds you together like fighting a revolution. How much longer till he'll be here?
It'll be a few days. I believe you're going. Do you tell your sister that you're going on assignment to Versailles?
Yeah, especially she knows that.
Yeah. You inform her, you're going to be going to Versailles for a day or two, and you'll probably be back in time. And that's when we're gonna kind of cut to Christopher, you have just been informed that you're going to be at Versailles on guard duty. How do you feel?
Well, I would say determined to make the absolute best of this.
And by
I could
that you
excel
mean,
here.
and by that you mean, Christopher?
Uh-huh. That's
This
about
is
it.
gonna it's gonna be filled with nobility. You never know who might show up.
Exactly. Make myself look good.
You're gonna do your damnedest. You're gonna make yourself look the best you've ever looked.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Get your uniform cleaned.
Mm-hmm. Brush my hair. Practice that dashing smile I apparently have.
Apparently, I don't buy it. Not for a moment.
I don't see it. This guy is not as handsome as he thinks he is.
And we now go to Michel. I must ask, you are when you are currently on your off hours, like now you have time to either work with the revolution or take to the care of your father. Which do you prioritize in your downtime?
I'm gonna prioritize my papa.
You come to the apartment. You have your I just saw the thing. But yeah, you go. Your father Remy. He's this very old man who's again he's still bedridden, but he just goes, "Ugh, Michel, my son, you're back. It's not right. You're working like this."
It's all right, papa.
How was your job today, my boy?
It's different. We investigated a murder scene.
So, that is quite unusual. Tell me, who do you think is responsible?
I honestly don't know. I was given responsibility to try to track, but it seems like they got away in a carriage. But it was brutal. I'm not. I don't want you to have to hear about
No,
the specifics, but
how go your studies? Are you still reading those? What is that? Voltaire? I don't know what the youths are reading.
let's say, yeah, my studies are going pretty well.
Yes. If you believe it's a better life, then I will support you every step of the way, son.
Not you. How? Hug. Insert
Yeah.
hug here.
He's still in his bed, but you can tell he misses the farm life. He misses actually working in the fields to some extent. But the injury and all that really has not been good for him. He's aged. He has aged so very much. Now, everybody's kind of got a moment. It's time to party. Welcome to Versailles. It is 20 kilometers outside of Paris. It is a lavish palace. I have been there before, but unfortunately, it's been way too long, and I have forgotten most of the details. So you're just gonna have to hope for the dangest. But you are currently early to this thing. This is just another one of those giant royal parties that's made for aristocrats to gossip and share rumors and to discuss all these things. But you are on guard duty, first and foremost. At least that's what you thought. You're brought in to Captain Milan's personal little station, and he turns around, and he's with the doctor, Renault, who you were working for earlier. He says, yes, please sit down, men. You'll be standing very much tonight. I don't require you to keep standing just for me. He salutes.
The sergeant salutes and will remain standing.
I admire your tenacity, Sergeant. This is why I promoted you.
He straightens slightly more at that.
And he says, well, I hate to say this, but the clues you have provided us have only led us to one answer, and it cannot leave these walls. Yes, the handkerchief belongs to Marie Antoinette. Though she is not the murderer. You see, I've been keeping an eye on a particular noble for a while now. Doctor, if you care to explain. Yes. You see, long ago, I had to treat Her Majesty with a particular... she fainted one day, and it was at the mere presence of some Prussian count who has just come to the court. Yes. Comte Fenalik. He's been the talk of the royal court for a while, and I have had my suspicion. Your job is to guard the premises and make sure nothing happens, but your second thing is to figure out all you can about this man. I fear he is a danger to the country and is a German spy. Understood?
Oui.
That's your mission. Keep an ear to the ground. Feel free to talk to any aristocrats that you need to. Just don't be too obvious. We cannot have the rumors be spreading, and you know how aristocrats like to spread rumors.
Could you describe this Count Fenalik for me?
Ah, yes. Very pale, tall man. His eyes, I don't know what it is, but they are just pale.
They are incredibly piercing, are they not?
Yes. It's as if he can stare into your soul.
Ah. Oui, I believe he is our man.
You think you saw him once before?
Oui, I did not recall until now, but I saw a wagon going past our guard posting the other night with a man of that appearance.
Ah, yes.
Seeing as as Beaumains said, the man left the printing press inside a cart. It seems like things are adding up.
I see. Unfortunately, we would need a justification for an arrest. As you well know, him being an aristocrat means that he cannot be executed. Especially a foreign aristocrat. So we must have a very closed case.
Oui, oui.
Good luck, Sergeant. Messieurs,
Salut.
dismissed. All right. And now you're in Versailles with its golden pillars, its white halls, its mirrors, its sheer debauchery in and of itself. Like, to the commoners that you are, even to Sergeant Renault, this is like way more than you're normally used to seeing. Like, so much is happening. Nobles are dancing, music is being played. It is just such a change of pace to what you're used to. You're free to gossip around. You can talk to you can try to talk to nobles. You're military men, you would be respected enough. You could try to talk to servants. You could talk to any particular gossips. However, more importantly, let me see who's going to get this. Yep, you're going to see her. Christopher, is that... Oh my god, your precious Melody is here.
Oh my! And I have a job to do. The timing. It's bad.
Joseph and Michael, you and Beaumains, Michael, you both notice that, like, Christopher is just like, he's just reacting. He's just like, oh, is my hat straight? Is everything good? You two know about Melody. You've never met her. You know this is her.
Oh, how delightful.
So, we begin the dance. Who's talking?
Oh, we're on duty. We're not dancing.
Yes. I see about it. So, you can try to talk to anybody. You can try to make moves, or you can try to advance things.
Try to advance.
Yeah, you can try to like make advances. Just giving you a subtle nudge.
We can proceed with a steady forward momentum.
Yes.
Well, seeing as there is a bunch of nobles here, right? I assume some of them have military service.
Yeah, some of them definitely
like
would.
Probably bought ranks and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I think Sergeant Renault, to integrate himself a bit with them, would try to initiate like some talk of tactics and stuff. Maybe if he knows someone who's been in the same battle as he has, or something like that.
Oh yeah,
start that way,
yeah,
and then sort of go from tactic part to the current situation with Prussia, and through there hopefully move the topic onto Fanalik, but starting in with tactics and moving that way.
Oh yes. I'm gonna give this guy my RAF general voice, because I'm not sure who this throwaway noble is, but he's, you know what? Let's make him a character. He is, we're gonna call him Francois here, and he's just very proper, uptight. Ah, yes, I remember the battlefields in the south of Holland. Yes, it was quite a rousing battle. I remember your great charge, Sergeant Renault. And he pats you on the back in a very, like, unnecessarily hard way.
Yeah, of course, Renault is sort of gonna bow his head and thanks, and go, weren't you the one who did? Sort of that way, return the compliment.
Oh yes, it was quite wonderful. Yes, what? And he proceeds to just keep, kind of rambling off his tactics. Eventually, you squeeze in a word or two about the Germans in there. And it's like, ah, yes, those Prussians. Well, I think as long as Germany remains divided, I see not too much worry. Especially given that charming Fanalik fellow.
Oui, I have yet to meet him. How is this Fanalik then? He instills you with confidence in the German situation?
Oh, yes. He's a very recent arrival from Germany. He had been he's just a very, he proved to be very popular, special favorite of the Queen, and as I see it, he has secured very important. I'm not supposed to say this, but he may or may not have told me of some recent German military innovations.
Is that so?
Oh, yes. There may be rumors that he's a spy for them, but he's clearly a double agent for us.
Yeah. The sergeant is going to tap his nose.
And then he proceeds to ramble on a bit more about some battle or whatever in which he once claimed to win victory when really it was the soldiers beneath him who won it, but that's not your place to judge.
Yeah, well, Renault is used to that kind of conversation.
Yes.
After all, the role of a sergeant is about 90% placating the nobles above.
Exactly.
And then the other half is doing the right thing afterwards and ignoring those orders.
Beaumains. You are, standing your ground. What are you doing?
I am not going to talk to any aristocrats if I can help it.
Yeah. Ugh. Do you spend your time talking to the servants then?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, your fellow working man, your fellow members of the lower classes. They walk up to one of them. One of them is just like this little. He's just this very kind of nervous man, and the servant goes, "Yes, hello, sir. Can I get you anything? Do you need any supplies? Anything? Do I need to run a message for you?"
No, but thank you for asking. I'm just here on duty.
I see. Well, I best be on my way then. Monsieur, do you need anything, my lord? And now we go to Joseph.
I really don't want to get involved with all these rich, fat, blah, blah. Alright. I just make some small talk with the servants and just smile and look busy.
Oh, yes, you smile, you look busy. And that's when this one man with a powdered wig walks up to you and says, "Excuse me, sir. I wish to, make sure that I get some extra protection for my daughter here." You see the blonde one with the cropped hair. Can you
I just
to make sure no riffraff does anything while I negotiate some very pressing deals?
Alright, sir. Your daughter will be safe.
Yes, it is all very well and good, monsieur. He begins to walk off. Yes, Lord blah blah blah, the so-and-so. Let me continue to discuss with you our recent trade deals as we continue to tax the poor. The lady goes, "I don't suppose you happen to know my little soldier, do you?"
Oh, you know. Oh, what's his name? Maybe I do.
Oh, my sweet darling Christopher.
Last name Pressi?
Yes. Oh.
Oh. Well, I've seen him around a few times.
You have? Oh, how I wish I could just see him again. Father would never approve.
Maybe I can get a message across.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
What's your name, if I might ask?
Melody Benoit.
Ah, yes. Beautiful name.
Joseph, I have to ask, what's your plan here? What are you wanting to do?
Christophe, girlfriend stinks. Oh, that does.
Are you gonna do the right thing? Or are you gonna do the right thing? Seducer!
Oh, no!
No, Joseph, you could do... You're married.
The scandal. Come on.
The scandal. Wait till they find out you're a woman.
Yeah. Lesbian, wow.
In Paris? Never.
Never. It never happens, no.
You get on the wall.
Okay, do I see Christophe?
Yeah, you would know where he's stationed.
Alright, time to make the most awkward wave. And try and signal Christophe.
Christophe, spot hidden.
Wow.
Sorry, I've been low-key killing myself laughing since the whole exchange kicked off.
Did you just get stuck with this guy's girlfriend and...
I really hope Melody is better than her dad.
Sorry. Think about that whole thing was just inexplicably quite funny to me. Ah, man, I am blind. Can I push?
Yes, you can push.
Thank you.
It's like, Joseph, what are you trying to do right now? I'm not quite... Oh my god!
That's much better.
And that's when it's like, oh my god. You rush your way across the ballrooms, making your way over to Joseph.
Christophe, do not make a scene.
As if I would. Gonna be.
Oh, my little chocolate cream soldier. That is a quote from a play, and I'm not saying which one.
I just pull my head over my eyes, and alright.
Conveniently, you're right next to like one of the giant many doors that lead outside.
Yeah, but I have to stay close to
like
her.
You look away and open the door. You could. You want to give him a moment.
Just try and test if the door opens alright. Yeah, this fire exit works. Yep.
Fire
All
exit's
good.
working just great, everybody.
If anybody needs to make an exit, it's right here.
Christopher?
Yes.
Do you want to have a moment?
I think I do. I think I could actually work this both to a personal advantage and maybe a more, pertinent one at the same time.
Oh. Christopher, you do not know how long it's been.
Oh, I do. It's been a while.
I know. Please tell me you've been okay and you've been treating yourself amongst these soldiers. I wouldn't know what I would do if you got hurt.
Oh, this is me. Do I look like a man who gets hurt?
Well...
You don't have to be honest. I don't mind.
No!
That's what I like about you. You have a sense of humor. Unlike the rest of them.
Oh. Oh, Christopher. Oh, my father is being so overprotective right now.
Oh. Does he still think I'm, scum of the earth, not fit to look you in the eye?
He still views you as riffraff.
Uh, wonder if there's anything I could do to change his mind on that front.
Well, I'm not sure. He's very stuck in his ways. He views that it is the divine right of us to be with, that God chooses who we're supposed to be with. But I don't care what God wants me to be with. I want to be with you.
And I would want that. We'll find a way between us.
Do you kiss? Do you kiss?
Do not kiss.
We're gonna kiss.
No, don't do it.
The passion
Yes!
outside. A moment of calm before everything falls apart. But for this
Calm.
one moment, things are
I
better.
can't allow calm. Her dad is gonna beat me up.
Shut up and let me have this!
Ah,
Joseph, as you glance out the window, just ugh, those kids. But I mean, you were young once.
once, yeah.
You're still young, and you remember it
What?
that way about for Joseph. You wouldn't forget.
I'm 27, Nash.
I
I'm
think,
not that old.
You're not that old. Might have become a noble of the realm, but no.
But no.
But that's when you see Beaumains and Renault across the way, and that's when he enters, announcing the Comte Fenelique and company. Let me upload this. He enters into the room. His mere presence fills the air with an interesting atmosphere. He stares, looking over all of you. Women begin to faint. Some men preempted this and went for the catch. Others went for the opportunity. The entire atmosphere has shifted when Fenelique arrived. Ah, bonjour. He stares at you, Sergeant Renault, deep into your eyes. Make a willpower check. Did you
Is
pass?
it enough if I succeed that?
Did you succeed?
Is it enough if I succeed? Because then I'll use luck points.
It would be a draw, and we would do another contest.
Oh, you know what? For fun, let's push the roll so it can go really wrong.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Oof.
passed
Extreme.
it.
No, it's not quite extreme. It's hard. It's 2 off extreme.
You make it clear that you're looking at him. Normally, for a man of your position, you're not supposed to stare at nobles like this, but you don't give a shit. And as you stare at him, the Comte narrows his eyes, and he just makes a mental note of you. But you won the staring contest.
It's the chin.
It's the chin.
Fenelique has a very weak chin. It's noted for the record.
He approaches Beaumains. Why, hello there, sir. Have we met before? His French is impeccable.
I don't believe so.
Ah, 'Tis a shame. I knew many soldiers like you. Very good friends of mine back when I served in the Prussian army. I lost them all. We were known as the Falcons. Anyway, where is the Queen? I wish to see to her personally. I'm afraid I have some bad news I must deliver. Well, Beaumains, where is the Queen? How did he know your name?
Wait. Was I discovered that? No?
No, I was calling out Beaumains. I'm still
Yeah,
talking to you.
N-
I wish to see the Queen. Please point me in her direction.
Would I know that direction?
You would.
Okay.
Queen's chambers.
I'll just point in the general direction then. This dude giving me a little bit of the creeps. Shouldn't know my name. Not too popular.
Wonderful. Thank you, monsieur. I'm afraid I have bad news, he just proclaims to the court. Everyone is silent. It is an unfortunate news I must announce that the prince, the boy Dauphine, is dead. And he walks away. Keep an eye on that Dr. Renault. I think he may have killed the boy. He walks off. The entire court is in shock, in grief. Tears develop in people's eyes. Captain Milan enters the scene. He looks frustrated. Christophe, you missed everything, by the way. As far as you and Melody are concerned, none of this happened when you re-enter into the room.
I see that as an absolute win.
The mood is just a bit more sour than when you left.
People are crying.
Oh.
Joseph, Melody asks you, is everything all right, monsieur?
I wouldn't say so, no.
What happened?
See, died.
The prince is dead. Oh no. This is not good. Ugh. This air of sourness sweeps the room. And there's a smash cut to being back to Captain Milan's room, and he just goes, damn it, the plan did not work. He just has his hat in his hands. He's sitting down looking frustrated at all of you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But
He appears to
could
have been one step ahead of us.
Indeed. And now with the prince being dead, I have even less of a reason to go and arrest him since he's comforting the queen right now. He just stomps on his hat and It's fine, it's fine. I need a new plan. Does anyone know where he lives?
I do not, but I learned that some of our nobility thinks that he is an agent for us.
Who in particular?
Was he a duke, or what was he?
I think we're gonna go with like Duke, the Duke Francois de something.
Duke Francois de Lacroix.
Ah, yes, de Lacroix. I know which carriage is his. All right, men, new orders. You're going to follow him. See if he's going to where the Count might be. I suspect that he is not, that he might be a close acquaintance of the Count. See where he goes.
And that is enough. Only find out where he goes.
Follow where he goes. Investigate further if you can. Scout ahead. But I want as much information as you can about where he's going and if he might know something. The party is wrapping up very shortly.
We shall see what we can do.
Dismissed.
Salut.
Well, you have your orders, but there's still a little bit of time. The party is just sort of like kind of starting to fizzle out and people are leaving. Now that the news has kind of been delivered and it's brought everybody down. Does anybody have any last minute things they wish to do before we depart?
I think Sergeant Renault will just sort of, if anyone strictly addresses him, is like on Express that he mourns the loss of the prince, things like that.
Yeah. Beaumains?
I mean, would it be possible to try to sneak to see what's happening in the Queen's quarters?
Make a spot hidden check and then a stealth check.
First, spot hidden.
Pass?
No.
Okay. Then stealth.
Oh.
Both fail?
Yeet. Both fail.
All right. Do you want to push the spot hidden check? Come on, Beaumains. Could be missing an important clue.
I'll push.
Yes.
Already.
Go for it.
Oh.
Whoa.
So, fun fact, did you know that during the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette had a secret passageway to escape from Versailles?
Yes! I learned about that like 30
From the
minutes.
video.
Yes, from the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah,
also knew.
congratulations. You found the secret passageway.
Wowies out.
And you got it on a crit. So you're able to creep into the secret passageway. And as you sneak in there, you're able to get pretty far. Too farther, and you'd think you might alert somebody, but you just hear, "Look into my eyes. You are going to keep this in place. The sacrifices will bring forth great power to France. Just let them keep starving. It is good for the country." And that is all you hear.
Gotta punch this.
I must be off. I will see you later, my dear. Mwah. The Comte rushes off. Oh, and thank you for the painting. I assure you it will look amazing in my chateau. You don't know what he does, but you don't hear footsteps when he leaves. You don't hear footsteps when he leaves. That's just creepy. What shall you do, Beaumains?
Can I wait a few minutes in the little secret passage and see if she says anything, or if it's complete silence for a bit?
My count. And she goes and because apparently she snores. I don't know. Did Marie Antoinette snore? Is that a known fact? I don't know. Did she? Probably did. Very unladylike.
Oh, you nerd.
Yes. For a very different. I'm saying you could do it. You could kill her right now. Come on, Michael. It's right there. The symbol of your oppression. She's right there.
Yeah, but my dad's kinda gonna die if I do that.
Is he, though? Is he really gonna die?
One way to find out.
For the revolution, my Beaumont. For the revolution.
The revolution.
You know,
Just to be sure, would you be prepared for that, Nash?
Just so you know, yes, I am vaguely prepared for the possibility you kill Marie Antoinette early.
Alright, so don't have to feel bad for him.
because I mean, I'm in a secret passage. And Fenelique is the only one they know that went to see her. So, I mean, pretty tempting.
Or you could tell us about the passage later.
Oh.
Or tell the revolutionaries about it.
Just leak it.
I'm not gonna commit some high treason right now. Though it was a very tempting internal dialogue with apparently the 4 devils every, or maybe not devils. Pretty
For the
pretty
name of the...
noble. Pretty noble murder. See, framing the count is tempting, but he seems to be very much ahead of the game, so I feel like could screw us over.
Michel, make a spot hidden check again.
That's gonna pass on.
You notice a faint black smoke underneath you. Not smoke. Mist. It's flowing away from the bedchamber.
Oh. Investigate the smoke. Mist. Black mist.
Yeah, you could follow the black mist. It'll just take you away from Marie Antoinette's room.
But I thought you said it was coming out of the bed.
No. It's coming out of the bedroom, through the secret passageway, and flowing away from there.
Yeah, so wouldn't the source be in the bedroom?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I want to go to the source.
You walk in there. You open the door. The source is gone. Whatever it would be, you don't see where it's coming from.
That's odd.
Indeed. So are you going to kill her?
No.
You turn around. You head back. Gilbert is here. You turn around. You head back. Things were not quite what you thought they would be. All right. Anyone else got anything they want to do at Versailles before we depart? No?
No.
Then
Nope.
we follow that carriage. You follow the carriage per the captain's orders. And it takes you several kilometers away. You have to travel a bit, but you get back to the River Seine and you find a small 3-floor chateau in the small town of Poissy. It is a interesting place, to say the least. The Duke arrives there. He gets out of his carriage. He walks up the stairs and into the front door. Your party is shortly behind him. Welcome to this mansion. It's not his mansion, for it says, for you see some very bizarre things. The one thing I'll say is that when you look inside through the window from your vantage point into the foyer, you see a giant statue of a man. It's dressed like the Pope, but it looks like its skin has been removed, where his hands and his face are, and it's blue. It's radiating this blue color. Blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. And that's all you can
Yeah,
see. You're
let's
currently
steal
within the
that.
streets. Yeah, I gotta steal that shit. That could be valuable in a century. So, you are currently amongst the trees right before this little mansion. You could await for future orders. You could go scout ahead and figure out what this place is. Or you can just report back what you found. Up to you. I'll leave you all as a squadron to figure this out.
I'm personally up for scouting ahead.
Same
Do
here.
you have experience sneaking about places like this? Private Pressi.
Some, sir. Some skill in sneaking.
Or just follow my lead if need be.
That I will.
You're all three of you feeling keen on this idea then?
Aye, sir.
Yes.
I will admit that I have little experience in sneaking myself.
Shall you stand the watch then?
We, Supreme Being.
Ah, yes, I am the supreme being. Yeah,
Thank
both.
you for adding tactical advice and giving
Yeah,
me
no.
something to do.
Oh yes, I'll give you Depois and Babin are at your command.
Thank you. It is from thee that I receive my authority.
Not a problem. By the way, Robespierre is my prophet. And we
Blind
should
Robbie
totally
in
make a
the
religion
sky.
out of this. Yeah, he'll be great. Don't worry. So, as the three of you enter into the
Can
house-
I make a tactics roll before they depart?
Yes, you can. You can give them free advantage for one thing.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you.
Oh,
Or
no,
better
two
yet-
advantages.
2 advantages. They have 2 advantages if something goes awry. So, there are 2 entrances into the estate. There's some, or you could probably think of more, but here are the 2 obvious ones. There's a room to a stagecoach, to like where coaches are stored in the back, and there's the front door entranceway. There are also a couple of windows, but these are like, solid glass, so you would have to break one to get in. But peering into the windows is an option you can consider. What will you three do?
I'm gonna.
I'm voting for poking through the windows first.
Yeah, first we peek. Peeking comes first, breaking comes later if necessary.
Yeah. Do you want to go around clockwise or counterclockwise? I can show you this bit of the floor plan, since you can kind of glimpse in a little bit.
From which side are we approaching?
You can go, you're approaching from the steps down there, so you could go clockwise or counterclockwise around the building.
I vote clockwise.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either way
Alright.
could work equally
You
well.
go around clockwise. So first of all, you get a closer glimpse at that statue. It just gives you really uncomfortable vibes looking at that blue, skinless Pope. Ugh. Then you cross over to the dining room. There's a feast of plenty set up here, but nobody's eating right now. The kitchen has servants busy and running, or just trying to cook things. You notice that there's a door to the back over there that you could enter in through. And then you see the front way to the coaches. If you want to keep going around, you can.
All right, so we can either enter right here.
You can enter
from
into the
coaches,
coach court, yeah.
or we can take a look at the kitchen and the dining room. I'd say the kitchen might be a smart idea because if we enter to the coach court, we could end up in the kitchen.
Gonna go into the coach court?
First, take a look at the kitchen.
Peering
Could-
closer into
Sorry.
the kitchen. It's still filled with people, just so you know.
Ah.
I mean, you could still go in there if you wanted to.
Are we ready to go in?
Beaumains, you had a question?
Yes, I was gonna say, could I ask to split? Because I'm interested to see if there's any blood on any of the coaches to connect it to the printer press.
Why, what do you know? If you do
Oh,
that...
my.
Yeah, splitting up, if you want to. You go in and look in there. Yeah, you find Fenelique's coach, first of all. Like, that looks exactly like the coach you saw. And there is blood on it. It picks up the trail where it left off from earlier, 2 days ago. Interestingly, though, it doesn't look like it's left this spot. Not in a while.
So it looks unmoved, but yet
It
it's...
looks unmoved, not for a day. It looks like it hasn't, like a horse hasn't been, like, tied to it or anything.
I'm gonna... I assume the other two are still in the kitchen area. Can I go back?
They're
and look
still
at them?
looking at the kitchen. I don't know if they've gone in yet. Are you going to go in, you two?
Yes.
I'm just quickly going to dash over to the dining room and then back to the coach and enter with them.
Peering into the kitchen a bit more, you notice the people in there are very miserable and dour looking. They look like they don't know exactly what they're doing or why they're doing it. They're just kind of going through the motions.
Sounds like university.
And in the
Sorry.
dining room, it's just this, again, it's a lavish feast. It's filled with all kinds of food and wine and drink, and just looks delicious.
Is there a low-hanging fruit anywhere?
A lower hanging part of the roof?
Yes.
You could try to climb up the coach court. That seems to be attached to the back.
Okay.
That could get you up to a higher floor.
Yeah, you two go in, and I'll peek through some more windows on the second floor. Or first, I never remember.
Yeah, this is the first. That would be the second.
Alright, that's how you guys do it.
So, yeah, you're gonna go climb. You two are gonna go enter through the coach. Michel? Christophe?
Yes.
You
Yes.
entering through the coach or through the kitchen?
I'd say through the coach.
Yep. Sounds less like walking into a busy working area,
Yeah. Going through
and
the
gives you a way
coach.
back out.
Going through the coach court. The doors slide open. And that's when we cut to Sergeant Renault. You're outside, keeping watch, making sure nothing happens, when you see the black mist arrive, rolling in from the woods that surround the property. It approaches the front, and out of it the Count Fenelique emerges and walks in through the front door.
That is what we call red shit.
He gets before the skinless Pope. He kneels before it and kisses its hand, and then walks off. Christophe and Michel, you glancing through the slits between those like little bits of the wall over there, you see the Count enter and kiss the hand, and walk over to the ballroom, where you hear a ruckus is happening.
Uh-oh.
I think we should run back through the coach court and out.
Are you sure? You don't think we should maybe go in there and try and help out?
It's the fact that he doesn't know that we know about the blood on the carriage. But if you want to stay in the ballroom, I'm thinking we should tell the sergeant, though.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
All you can hear is this muffled sound come from there. Play it for us, Dietrich! Play it! Okay. I'm sorry, I just can't. I just can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this music is. I'm trying. Dietrich's on. You're a disappointment to us all. Then you hear the sound of a whip on the other side. Then it's like, yeah, get him, Marie! That's all the sounds
This
you have.
This is insane. No. Michel might be being really sensible, but I can't listen to this and turn my back on it. I'm going in.
Do you barge in, or do you want to look?
I'm not so much barding. Yeah, I want to get. Yeah, look.
You peer in, and it's a strange sight to behold. The Count is celebrating. He's sitting amongst a throne while a woman dressed as King Louis and a man dressed as Marie Antoinette are. I don't know what this is, but this is like some weird foreplay shit. And oh my god, is that? Why is everyone wearing animal pelts? And who is this dwarf with the violin? Are they just? Is that blood? That might be blood. That might definitely be blood.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, this is fucked up. I don't like this at all.
We walked into the Eyes Wide Shut party. Okay.
Nice.
Time to leave.
Time to go. Yeah,
recap my
definitely.
boils.
Revert to plan A, alert the sergeant. Strange things are happening here.
But we're not done. As you two leave the premises, Joseph, you climb up to the top of the coach court, and you find an open window. Like, it's broken open, shattered glass, like somebody wrecked the thing. Do you go inside?
Ooh. Yes.
4 doors are down this hallway as you enter through the window. You're currently in a sitting room that's outside these one of these 4 doors. Down the hall, there are some stairs where you hear this weird cacophony of noise coming from. Another sitting room at the end. Do you look in the doors?
I do.
The first door is a bedroom with Roman statuary in it. It's
Okay.
got, classic Greco-Roman columns and all that.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm. Next. you want to keep looking?
Yeah, there's no reason to stop you yet.
Yeah. The second one is like, oh, it's a bedroom, but it looks like it's got like Bibles and prayer rooms. It kind of looks like an old monastic temple.
Just normal Christian Bibles.
Yep. So, things you would immediately recognize from your cultural reference, like Roman stuff. You know what Romans are. Monastic stuff, yeah, Christian things.
Nash, I can barely lead, but thank you.
Yeah. No, I would expect a French peasant to be vaguely aware of these things.
All right.
But then we have what's in the next room, if you want to look in there.
Yes.
It's, what? There's like arches and stones, like red and white. There's like this light bluish color all throughout here, and what looks like an onion dome or two. Or no, just domes, just like domes. So many domes. And ooh, that looks like a nice bed.
That looks like a nice bed.
Yeah, it's a very nice bed. It's another bedroom.
Okay, yeah, with a lot of domes. Huh.
The French have a word for this color. Turquoise.
You guys don't have that in English? Wow.
No, we have it in English as well, the word turquoise. But I'm giving you a clue as to what the nature of this room is.
Oh.
By saying the word turquoise.
Then it does go over my head.
Here, let me break down the two words. Turquoise.
But
Joseph wouldn't know this, but I think you would appreciate that.
oh, great!
I've told
I
this
failed my
story.
in real life intelligence check, I think.
Yeah.
For sure, just a room with a nice bed.
Yep. And finally, do you want to look at that last room? I don't know if you want to look in there.
Let me listen first.
Nothing.
Sure. If nothing's moving, it can't be bad.
Huh. Well, this room is certainly interesting. Let me see if I can find the best way to put it. It's... Let me see if I can get a really good example of this. There's interesting crisscrossing arches that align the walls. There's kind of this feeling that as you're in here, that here, let me kind of show you what those arches look like.
All these arches. Oh, that's kind.
Yeah. Arches, interesting cross patterns. Give me an education check. Your character may or may not know this. If you pass at extreme, your character somehow knows this.
That will be a 4. Wow, I actually did pretty well.
Do you want to luck that to a 4?
That's a nice thing about extreme. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Huh. Venetian.
That I did know.
Yeah. So, yeah. Roman, monastic, Turkish, and Venetian bedrooms. Interesting choices.
Quite so.
There's nothing else on this floor. I can tell you about the upstairs. There's one more floor up if you want to know about it, and it'd be very quick.
Just to be sure, was it a DM? There's nothing more on this floor, or just
DM? There's nothing more on this floor.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, gotta go up one more floor.
Being very careful, This seems to be a servant's quarters. Poking around in a couple of rooms reveals that there's like a couple of bedrooms here, but not much else. You do see the master bedroom, though, at the end of the hall. Do you go inside?
I poke through the keyhole.
There's no bed in this master bedroom.
What an awful bedroom.
Yes.
Well, let's go inside.
Huh. It's a box. There's a giant box in this room.
What's inside the box?
Dirt. A lot of it.
Huh. Just dirt.
Just dirt. A lot of dirt.
Can I reach into the dirt?
Yeah, it's just dirt. Put it in. Dirt.
Well, I've seen what I need to see. Let's head back to the others.
You leave. You reconvene back with Sergeant Renault, and you're all able to kind of gather the information you have. So what are you going to do? You have all this information about this building and that there's clearly some weird shit going on.
Oui, so it is fairly obvious this Fenelik is some kind of deviant.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
That doesn't concern us that much.
Probably a devil worshipper.
Oh no.
well, Babin speaks up. Well, Sergeant, should we tell the captain?
We, of course. That is why we are here.
I see. That is the knife. Anything else we should know? Christophe? Michel? Any ideas?
I've already told him about the coach blood.
Yeah.
Obvious. Okay. I think that's our most pressing matter right now.
Exactly. I am also interested in why Private Bobbin is suddenly asking so many questions.
This is purely on my part to kind of stoke conversation. But he will immediately respond, I'm sorry, I'm stepping out of line, monsieur. Forgive me, my sergeant, my pride sometimes steps in the way of my places. He is indeed a parade boy.
Ah.
Oui, good. Yes, unless there's something else we shall report to the captain.
Yes. Then I think you're gonna go speak to the captain.
Well, you would think that seeing that's what we said,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
actually we're gonna murder Marie Antoinette.
Finally! Oh, I've been waiting.
Yeah, let's derail the plot and go kill Marie Antoinette.
No, we go to the captain.
Yeah.
Unless people have objections.
No objections here, sir.
Nope, no objections from me.
None at all.
All right.
This is why I
Arriving
like you
back
more
at
than Bobby.
Arriving back at Versailles, and upon the break of day is coming, and you eventually meet up with Captain Milan, and he says, Sergeant, what news do you bring?
In this particular instance, I think it is best you get the first-hand account. So, Sergeant Renault is sort of gonna have everyone describe in turn what it is they saw, so he doesn't get second-hand information. I'm not sure if you want everyone to repeat what it is they saw.
I want to know just particularly what information you're okay telling Captain Milan, or if you tell him everything.
I think Renault skips out on Fenrik stepping out of the mist because he thinks he must have misseen or something. But he'll tell about bowing before the statue and things like that.
Yep.
So he's not omitting it as much as he thinks he was probably misseeing things.
Ah, yes. Michel, are there any details you wish to omit?
I'm not going to talk about the whip, animal pelt, French Revolution furry situation going on in the ballroom, but we're going to mention the seeing the coach and everything and how it's obvious that was what was at the skull catacomb area and also is likely the routes to escaping that murder we saw at the print shop.
All right.
Did you tell Renault about the furry whipping?
No.
Okay.
Made eye contact with Christophe. Unless you did, but very strong eye contact to keep that a secret.
Very pointed nodding and held eye contact in response to the eye contact. We're not going to mention that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a psychology roll with my terribly low psychology to see if I...
Yes, you can!
Which I want, but it's fun to do. No.
Fun trying. Nah. And that's when he goes, Then I see no choice.
Well, before that, does Hugel tell about the chest and everything? Or rather the coffin and the dirt and stuff?
No, it's just a box of dirt. It's not a coffin. Box of dirt.
Does Hugel tell anyway? Is the main thing.
Go on, Hugel. Do you tell us about the box of dirt?
Yeah, I just gotta say there are some rooms, lots of arches, and in Venetian style Roman. The box of dirt. Not sure.
Gentlemen, I see no choice. I'm afraid to hold you for an extra day, but tonight we must raid the mansion. I will bring a small army of men.
Oui, of course.
Oui, oui. Hey, this will be a difficult task, to say the least. I was informed by Dr. Renault before he departed. Just be very wary. Fenrik has dueled 10 men since he's been in France, and he's won every duel. Be very, very careful.
We are soldiers and not nobles dueling. We will not come at him one-on-one in a fair.
Then I suppose at this point, I'm going to let you decide how you want to kind of plan this attack. You've got about 10 men that are coming along with you. You will be doing the attack at night. You have that full map's worth of information. You can all plot together to kind of figure out how you want to do this.
Well, 10 men plus us 6 then.
Yep, 16 men to do this.
Alright, so we got the front door, we got the coach court that we got to keep covered. And as you say that we have access to other information on the map, because I see that the holes in the wall cavity were something that I think passed by, even though they're on the outside.
I'm going to say that it's important for something else, but it wouldn't be immediately obvious. Because you couldn't fit through there. You couldn't fit through. Those holes are tiny.
But smoke might.
Bing, bing, bing.
Oh. Connecting the dots. So yeah, we know the two sides that we should attack from, so to say. No idea if there's an escape route in the cellar.
In addition, you don't know exactly about the state of the cellar door since the two people who had the opportunity to investigate that heard that noise and were like, nope, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yep.
But they did see it on the way out, so there is a chance.
Well, I suppose the obvious thing is to use the 12 characters who are not player characters to take up possession at the different entrances to the manor, and then the player characters enter the building and go through the rooms one by one. And sort of anyone who escapes will then be running into the other crews. That's like the obvious plan I see that's most GM friendly.
I appreciate that you're considering me in your planning, and I think this is a good idea. Captain Milan issues one more important order. Everything is going to be is up for inspection and is a possible clue, so do not take anything. False doors.
Where is the door to nowhere?
It's at
on
the very
third
top
floor.
The top floor.
Third floor. It says door to nowhere. It's a false door. It doesn't go anywhere.
Does it even open?
Neat.
Maybe it does. I don't know.
I didn't see it, so.
Okay.
Maybe nowhere is a place.
I'm gonna wrap this. I'm gonna try to wrap this, but I think we got like. If you don't mind staying 30 minutes overtime, I'll try to keep this short.
Okay.
If not, I can say the raid is part 2.
I would prefer having raid as part 2.
Then I will set up the cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun.
As you arrive at night back at the Fenalik estate, the men surround the building amongst the trees. They begin to encircle it. The 3 of you, the 4 of you, kick down the door to the grand foyer, right to the skinless Pope. And before you are 5 men wearing animal pelts, wailing in grief and pain. Before you stands Fenalik. And he says, and he just dissolves into mist, cackling as he disappears deep within the house.